cracks in the walls, healing in the heart.
Wide above a quiet rural town in northern Nigeria, the evening sun settles into the dust. Mud houses with rusted zinc roofs glow in warm gold. The roads are dry, the air still, and life moves slowly beneath the fading light. At the edge of the town stands a small two-room mud house. Its walls are cracked, the zinc roof patched in places where rain once forced its way through. Children's worn sandals rest outside the doorway. From inside, raised voices disturb the calm evening air. In the cramped cooking space, two women in Islamic dress stand opposite each other. Between them, blackened pots, stacked firewood, and the lingering heat of a cooking fire. Dim light filters through a small window. Words sharpen. Accusations rise. Years of resentment echo against the narrow walls. The first wife's face tightens with anger, sweat forming on her forehead as firelight flickers across her features. The second wife points back fiercely, her voice trembling with frustration. The kitchen feels too small to contain their pain. In the corner, their young children sit pressed together against a cracked wall, under the faint glow of an oil lamp. Their eyes widen in fear. They do not speak, they only watch. Outside, their father sits on an old wooden stool in the dust. He wears simple Islamic clothing, his shoulders heavy from the day's labor. The shouting from inside reaches him clearly. He stares at the ground, silent, distant. The sunset fades behind him. By day, he repairs bicycles in the busy local market, working beneath a small umbrella for shade. The sun beats down relentlessly. Customers pass. He bends over broken chains and worn tires, hands covered in grease and dust. When evening comes, he counts a few crumpled Naira notes in his rough palms. It is never enough. At night, the family eats from shared bowls under the weak glow of a kerosene lamp. No one speaks. The silence is heavier than the arguments. Time moves forward. The children grow taller. The small house feels even smaller as teenage limbs stretch into limited space. Tension that once belonged to their mothers now brews in them. One evening, two teenage brothers stand face to face in the cramped room. Words turn into shoves. A metal plate flies across the air, clattering violently against the wall. Sisters scream. The boys push each other harder, anger spilling over years of learned hostility. Their mother rushes between them, shouting. Shadows jump across the walls. Then, the father steps into the center of the chaos. Voices rise around him. The room spins. The weight of years, poverty, conflict, exhaustion, presses down all at once. He opens his mouth to speak. No words come. His body collapses onto the cement floor. Suddenly, silence. The family freezes, shock replacing anger. Dust floats in the still air as soft light spills in from the doorway. Their father lies unmoving. Night falls over a small rural clinic. Dim fluorescent light hums against pale walls. Inside, he lies weak on a narrow hospital bed, an IV drip hanging beside him. His two wives sit on opposite sides, tears falling freely now. The fight between them feels small, painfully small. One wife holds his hand tightly, sobbing without restraint. Outside in the corridor, the children stand together, raising their hands in prayer. For the first time, they stand united. On the bed, he stares at the ceiling. His face is tired, not only from illness, but from years of carrying too much alone. He turns his head slightly. His voice is barely a whisper. I am tired. Both wives break down completely. In that fragile moment, something shifts. The family gathers around the bed in a tight embrace, apologies spoken through tears, hands reaching across old divisions. Pride dissolves, blame fades, fear gives way to understanding. Weeks later, morning sunlight washes gently over the same small house. Outside, the two wives cook together quietly, no shouting, only cooperation. In the yard, the children sweep and fetch water side by side. There is still hardship, but something softer lives among them now. As the sun sets once more over the dusty town, the family sits together outside their home, sharing a simple meal. The father smiles gently, watching his children. The air feels lighter. The house is still small. The money is still little. But peace at last has found room to stay.